What's up, guys? Jake Proud, the Car Guy, here with
Walker Paul Tedders. What's up, guys? And today we got the new 2023 Transit van. This is the 150, and we got the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. How much horsepower this thing got, Jake?
Walker. We're looking at 310 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. That's the most we're seeing today out of a gas transit van, and one of the best in class. It's got a 10-speed automatic transmission, that American-made transmission, and this one is equipped with the heavy-duty trailer tow package, which will tow up to 7,500 pounds.
And we know this thing can work. This is primarily what these things are used for. Not quite sure what the customer got it for this time, but we know that it can do a wide variety of things. Plenty of space inside of the vehicle. We're going to show that to you in just a moment, but this is a nice outside shot of what these Transit look like. On the market, we haven't seen a lot here in 2020.
This is the new 2020 Ford Escape, and it's an excellent compact crossover. It's also a huge improvement over the outgoing Ford Escape, which was really starting to feel old. But the new one has been fully redesigned for 2020, and it's much better. That's especially true of this one, the Escape Hybrid, which is the most fuel-efficient gas-powered crossover on the market. And today, I'm going to review the new Escape and show you what makes it so compelling. I've borrowed this 2020 Ford Escape from North County Ford, which is my local Ford dealership here in the San Diego area. They have all of the latest Ford models, of course, including the new Escape, which has just started to go on sale. North County Ford also has an excellent service department, and it's the dealership where I service my Ford GT.
Florida, and guess what? I have that one SUV that's been in Ford's lineup for quite some time. It's this right here. This is it. This is a 2023 Ford Explorer. This particular one is an XLT trim. But before we get into this midsize rear-wheel drive platform SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. Back many decades ago, the Ford Explorer was born and really was part of that game-changing motion for the auto industry, where now today it seems that SUVs are still running rampant. Crossover SUVs, big SUVs, small SUVs, and everything in between. Now the Explorer has grown in size, and this category is known as the midsize SUV segment. So what kind of competition are we looking at? We're looking at some stiff competition. The Honda Pilot, the Toyota Highlander, and of course that upcoming redesign of the Chevrolet Traverse. Now,
I'm Jacob. I'm Yuri. And we're going for a drive.
'23 Ford F-250.
Super Duty without launch control.
Can I floor for you?
I got this.
Go, 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 go.
I turned off traction, so we're doing a bit of a burnout.
I feel so close to you right now.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Horsepower and torque.
405 horsepower, 444 pound-feet of torque from a 6.8 liter V8.
here in Detroit, Michigan, in the middle of this wooded area for the release of a truck that you have been waiting for. This is it. This is your all-new 2024, totally redesigned Ford Ranger. But before we get into this new mid-size truck from the mighty Ford Motor Company, let's talk about what's going on here. The Ranger. Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away, it was a compact truck. Then compact trucks really weren't selling, and they went away with the Ranger. Now in 2018, that's when they wound up bringing the truck back, the Ranger. But the problem was that the Ranger still existed in other parts of the world, and we were getting basically a design that had been around for a while. So this is really Ford's opportunity to bring something fresh with the Ranger name to the North American market, and that's what the plan is with this truck. Now, what they're gonna have is basically 3 trims, technically 4 if you include the Ranger Raptor.
If you're thinking about making a Ford Bronco your next SUV, then this video is for you. I'm not just going to be talking about this Everglades trim right next to me, I'm going to be talking about the entire Bronco lineup, why you might want to choose specific options and specific trims, and of course, how the Bronco compares against the direct competition in the US, most notably the Wrangler and of course the Toyota 4Runner. Bronco, the first thing you need to do is decide whether you want the 2-door or the 4-door version. If you're interested in a 2-door SUV because of its tidier off-road dimensions, it's going to be shorter, it's going to have better breakover angles, etc., you don't have too many options in the US. You basically have the Land Rover Defender, which has resurrected itself as a unibody SUV with an independent suspension, or you have the Bronco and the Wrangler. But there's a bit of differentiation between these two. The Wrangler also has a 2-door and a 4-door version, but all models are going to have a solid front axle. This is going to have an independent front suspension in all versions, solid axle in the rear.
Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be going over the all-new Ford Edge ST. Before we get in this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larich Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this Edge ST. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for John Jenks. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into it. So under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.7 liter V6 that goes through a 7-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 335 horsepower and then 380 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see we have that like distinctive U shape there in the center, and then it's kind of raised off on either side.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for an expedition.
The freshly refreshed 2022 Ford Expedition.
Limited Stealth Edition, no brake boost because I just finished knee surgery. A little slow off the line, but once it gets going, pretty good pickup.
Horsepower and torque.
440 horsepower, 510 pound-feet of torque from a 3.5 liter high output EcoBoost V6, which is optional in this vehicle.
Just like a new Raptor.
This is the high output version, just like you'd find in the new Raptor, with 10 less horsepower in this.
More than a century of history cannot be all that defines us, as new opportunities await. It's time for something unexpected, something audacious. In a small workshop, it started as a dream. In the hands of a small team, it became a mission. This isn't progression, it's reinvention.